What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumbass. Like and subscribe. So, the Xbox, the new handheld Xbox is out. And a whole bunch of people are freaking out because they think that it's a threat or something. I don't know. Look, there's a whole bunch of reasons why people are scared. Scared of Xbox. Mainly ponies and donkey unicorns, let's be real, because PC people are like, yeah, come on, I might get that maybe, or they're just chilling their PC or whatever, who knows. But I've been hearing, anecdotally speaking, I've been hearing a whole bunch of people giving it good stuff, giving it praising it. Just like, for instance, where are we at here? Like here, this is all ROG Ally stuff. You just put ROG Ally to YouTube. Which one wins? Okay, so they're going versus the Go. That's what's his name. That's Tony Polanco. He works for Tom's Guide. He's for lack of a better term, he's a pony. He's a pony on wheels. You know how it goes. But it's all good. I think he's a good writer, but he's super opinionated. So you may not like it. You may whoever. It depends. But he was I forgot what show he was on. He was rocking with before. But actually I think it was he with Godfrey? I can't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But it's a lot of people. Look at all the shorts with this is overpriced. He's a comedy dude. So like you see look at the faces. Smiles, happy. Austin Evans is a little special, but you know what I'm saying? Smiles, happy, review, smiles. That's not a smile. That's just like, I'm a PlayStation person, but I don't want to make it. It's good, but I don't want to make it seem like it's too good. That's how that is. And Linus, of course, Linus is dumbass. Whatever. I mean, for someone who knows a lot of stuff, he's like, I will blame it on the Canada. I'm gonna blame it on Canada. That's what I'm gonna. I am biased against Canada for reasons. So yeah, that's why he's crazy about that stuff. But anyway, look at smiling again. It's like you look at a Digital Foundry, and it's probably like, oh my gosh, it's they're all like frowning and got funky faces when it has Xbox on there. Oh, look at that Spider-Man on the Xbox. How did that happen? What's going on here with Spider-Man on Xbox? Oh boy, look at another person smiling. Wow, what is all these smiles going on? They're done. Who's this guy? I like legendary drops, but wait, that's not a smiley face. That's that's like, I'm kind of want to smile, but cause like they know what they're doing. Rich and them, they know what they're doing because they went independent, so they gotta placate to a certain type of vibe so they can keep the bills. You know what I'm saying? Keep the lights on. So I haven't watched this yet. 2 weeks ago, I don't think I watched that. No, I definitely didn't watch that. That's just a clip from their bigger show. I think I started watching that and I was like, these guys are so blah. Yeah, people playing it, and this guy's like, I don't know, but I'm gonna play it anyway and get my views. Legion Go, okay, sure. Switch, who cares about the Switch? It's good, but Jake Balladino, I like Jake. A lot of people are, of course, the price is too much, and I agree, the price is too much, but in not retrospect, but in comparison to the other devices like its ilk on the market, it's actually the cheapest of the high end. So if you look at all the high end devices, the Legion Go 2, whatever the MSI, what's that one? Whatever the MSI one is called, they're all above $999. So the Xbox Ally X is the cheapest one, and it is comparable. Although the Legion Go 2 does have, has 8 more gigs, it has 32 gigs instead of 24. But that's and that's good. You get what you pay for, like I said before. But it's also $300 more, $400 more. So I mean, you want 8 more gigs, you got to spend $400. And I think the screen is bigger, I believe. And then you can take off the the controllers and stuff. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you know, whatever. But I mean, also, I believe you can put the Xbox experience on. No, not yet. I think it's happening in next year, 2026. They're gonna allow the that FSC, SFE, SFFC. See, he's smiling here because they probably gave him, but then you know he got it for real, and he's like, smiling again. There you go. There's Plume Gaming. He's like the good Canadians. He's one of the good ones. He's kind of smiling. He just has that's his face. There's no excuses. This guy again. He's less questioning, more like, yo, it's nice. You know what? Honestly, that white one, I was thinking today. I was like, okay, so I got a giant trip happening next year. And it's one of them trips where you fly for a real long time. When I say real long time, I mean all the flight hours time one way is probably going to be maybe a little bit more than 20 hours. So I'm like, I think I need something to do on the it's going to be split into parts, so probably 10 and 10. I'm going to need something to do. So, I mean, I can sleep for 5 hours or whatever, 8. But I'm like, no, I need. So I'm like, should I get the? I don't want to get. Okay, here's my method. Here's my thinking. I don't want to get the X because, well, one, it's a lot of money, and two, I know that when you have something that you know you're gonna use it, and I don't want to have a device so precious that I'm afraid to, like, you know, use it. And also, my other part about that is it's a handheld and it's 7 inches. So it's like, I don't need 1080p is cool, but at some point you get diminishing returns because the screen is so small, you can't really see all the detail anyway. Sure, it'll be sharper, but it's not going to affect your overall experience. It's about how the game plays. It's more about frame rate than resolution. So, you know, 1080p, 720p. I mean, it still has a 1080p screen on the small one, so it doesn't matter. But power-wise, you know, I'll bump it down probably or do whatever. But I would probably be more than satisfied with the white boy, the little guy, the $599 one. Only because the way that I think about consoles, and we're gonna get into that in a second. I will call this a console. Other people don't call it an Xbox. I'm gonna call it an Xbox console. Fight me. And so when we're talking about NPUs and powers and 24 gigs of probably, you know, whatever the main console is gonna be, that's like specs for the main under my giant TV console where I can see all the frames and I can see, well, you can see all the frames. I can see all the details. I can see all the resolutions and stuff. So on a small screen, I'm not worried about all that tech stuff. As long as the frames are smooth, I'm good. But on the big screen, yes, I want more power to give me on my eyes. And so that's where I'm like, okay, I'll spend the money on a home console with all those specs. But on a handheld, it's not that important. You know what I'm saying? It's more about convenience and not about the power in the little handheld. So now moving on to the idea of this not being an Xbox. That's the first point. I mean, console or not, I mean, that's just semantics. But I would say that anybody that's saying that this is not an Xbox, y'all are slow because you're not seeing. You're shallow-minded. You're slow. You're like, it's not a console because blah blah. My first question is, define a console. Okay, and then they'll say something like, oh, it's like you have to have a plastic box that only does this thing and only plays this game and blah, 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 and it doesn't act like this and that. Whatever they say, it doesn't matter. What is happening? I'm going to tell you what's happening, and I'm going to tell you how Xbox is changing the game. From the beginning, from the inception of video game consoles at home, they have all been the same. Let me explain. Atari 2600, what is it? It's a video game console. What does that mean? It's a plastic box that you plug into your TV and you plug in the controller and you slap a game in there and you play the game. Turn it on, play the game. Okay, what's the NES? It's a plastic box. You plug it to the TV, you plug into the controller, you slap a game in there and you turn it on and play the game. Okay, what's a SNES? What's a Dreamcast? What's a all the same, right? except for the medium changes, of course. You went from cartridges to discs, and now we're going from disc to digital, right? But it's all the same. The only difference happened last gen when everybody went to x86 and x64, x86 really. And so that was one of the pinnacle points of the video game history as we are living it right now, that is causing us to go down this road, the road that Microsoft is taking. And so now, what is a video game? What is a video game console? And you're going to say, well, the current video game consoles are plastic box, plug in a tip, plug it in the wall, blah, 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 turn your controller, wireless now, and you play the game, right? Sure. In the future, what's a console? What's an Xbox? An Xbox, for all of you guys paying attention, an Xbox is whatever Microsoft and Xbox say it is, because that's how it works. Before Atari came out with 2600, what's an Atari 2600? What's a video game? Nobody knew because it didn't exist, right? So now we're in a point where there's a new type of console being created before our eyes. The first one is right here, Freedom. Well, the Freedom handheld. But this is the first prototype, if you will. And Microsoft was smart by partnering with ASUS because they didn't have to take all the financial burden in this experiment, if you will. And at some point, it is a calculated strategy, and at some point, it's a strategy. It's a gamble because they're not sure. The experiment, like I said, they're not sure if this will take off. They're not sure if people will like it. They're not sure if people are ready for what this is. And this is the evolution of what video game consoles are. So when you say, what's a video game console? It's going to look like this. It's going to look like a ROG Ally Xbox, ROG Ally X. And then the next Xbox proper will be just like this, except it's going to be a little box you slap onto your TV. But it's going to look the same. It's going to act the same. I hope they're going to improve it, obviously. And that's another thing that they're doing right now. They're putting this out. They've got at least a year and 6 months. A year and a couple of months. Let's just give them 12 months to figure out the software side, the UI, all the little things, all the little tricks, all the little kind of, fix all the bugs and all the stuff to get it ready. Because if y'all don't remember, the Steam Deck was a hot mess when it launched. Everybody loves it now, but when it launched, it was trash. It was not great, and it took them 6 or so months to get all the bugs out. But now it's nice, right? Nobody's saying nothing about it. So it's the same. This is the same thing. So 6 months from now, we're gonna look at this and say, okay, is it good? And it will be, because I'm be honest. I didn't expect this, the FSE, whatever they're calling it. I didn't expect it to be as nice, like just by looking at what they're doing. I didn't expect it to be that like kind of polished, if you will. And so I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm thinking in my brain, well, first I got some time to ponder on buying one of these things, but I might just have to bite the bullet come next spring or something. I don't know. Or maybe if there's a Black Friday sale, I'll jump in. If they cut $100 off it, I'll get it real quick. But anyway, the evolution of video games is happening before our eyes. PlayStation doesn't want to have anything to do with it. PlayStation and Nintendo, they're in their own little Japan bubble over there. And Xbox is taking the opportunity to experiment, but also kind of push some boundaries, go forward into adopting more, PC-minded players, if you will. Like if you're a hardcore PC player and maybe you got a console, but it's like only because of exclusives, because Sony's the way they are, right? And so they see this and they're like, oh, wait, I could get this and then I can play all the PlayStation games on Steam and I don't care if it comes out there. And a lot of ponies and donkey unicorns, they're looking at this as, oh, it's not an Xbox. Oh, it's not a console. Oh, they stopped. You notice they stopped saying it's not a console. It's not a console. I got some beef with Paris and anybody else who says this is a PC. They they're kind of minimizing exactly what's happening. Now, if you want to break it down for real, every video game console has been, and always will be a PC. Okay? If you want to break it down. This one just happens to have a PC OS on it as well. Like, if what Microsoft could do is say, yo, we making this Xbox Ally. I know, they already have a version out that has Windows 11 on it, but the new version just gonna have Xbox on it, and all the other stores and stuff. But no flippy flappy back on 11, Windows 11 and stuff. They could do that. They could make it so that it doesn't boot into Windows 11. So does that make it any different from this version that's out already? It makes it less than, because you don't have the option, if you want to actually do something else on it. So look. It is, at the end of the day, semantics. That's his opinion. I don't think it's accurate. I'm not gonna say it's wrong, because he is right, but I don't think that's the proper way to look at it, because it minimizes exactly what they're trying to do and what they are doing, and I think it also doesn't give credit to the intelligence of the audience, meaning us. It's just, you say, oh, it's a PC because it's a PC. Like, no. We see what it can do. Look, there are computers and everything. There's a computer. Do you have a computer in your pocket? It's called a phone. Is that a PC? Technically, it doesn't run Windows because, Microsoft doesn't make phones anymore, but it runs Android, which is an OS, there's a CPU and a GPU in these phones and stuff. It's technically a PC if you want, but, PC is something different now. Is a phone a handheld PC? Or is it a phone? So if you take the controls off this thing, is it a tablet or is it still a console? I don't see. You see how you can make this, that, and that's this. But for the purposes of this argument, this is an Xbox. Boom. ROG Xbox Ally. It's an Xbox, right? And so the next Xbox made by Microsoft will be also an Xbox. Now, so here's what I want to know. What will the argument be? When Xbox makes a box that goes under your TV and it acts exactly like this ROG Xbox Ally and Ally X, is it not and Microsoft makes it first party, is it not a console? It's still a PC, but it's not handheld. So what is it then? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, no. What Microsoft is doing, what Xbox is doing, they're redefining what their console is. I'm not going to say all consoles because everybody's not going to follow the same suit. But I'm saying that they're redefining what their console is. And this is their first handheld console. Now, people say, oh, it's not Xbox because Asus makes it. Look, VG Fight School already slapped D-Batch through the internet on this one. But I'm going to recap his sentiment. So basically, think about it this way. If you go and you're building a computer and you say, I want a 5090 and whatever CPU, blah, 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 blah. But I want a 5090 for a graphics card, right? You say, all right, cool. What kind of 5090? 5090, what you talking about? It's a 5090. That's a 5090. But that's the MSI 5090, and that's the Zotac 59, and that's the Asus 50. They're all the same. They're all 5090s. So okay. So if you apply that same logic to the Xbox, ROG Ally X, they're all Xboxes. Just because Asus manufactured it, just like the graphics cards, does that make it an Asus graphics card, or is it a 5090? Is it not a 5090? Is it not a AMD card? You know what I'm saying? I mean, Intel, Nvidia. Wow, I went through all of them. Is that not an Nvidia card? It's a 5090, right? So they're look. Here's the bottom line. Here's why all this craziness happened this week, and why it's continued to happen. But the positive news on the ROG is so strong that it's kind of blinding out and bleaching out all that stuff. But the bottom line is that ponies and donkey unicorns are mad. One, because Xbox seems to have a popular and successful, based on the preliminary sellouts and just everything else, all the positive videos. They're mad that Xbox has a successful launch of a handheld console. Their first handheld it is their Xbox. Yes, their first handheld console. Also, which is more important, which is making them even madder, is that you can play Spider-Man on it. Spider-Man! Where's the Spider-Man one? I passed it already, right? But I seen people playing Spider-Man on it, loading up God of War. I'm like, ooh, it's like that's gotta be bad. Oh wait, oh yeah, that's his face. That's the same one. Wait, is that the same? Oh, 1 month ago. Why is? I don't know. Anyway, see, like, what's that? Game Pass. What else? But anyway, but yeah. So look at this. See what I'm saying? But anyway. Whatchamacallit. I just wanted to say all that stuff. I just want to say happy ROG Xbox Ally Day. This day will go down in history as the day that Xbox changed the gaming forever. Nobody will know or remember this date, but I'm just saying that it's a big deal, and the negative kind of press and sentiment and rhetoric around it is only there to how do you say, to distract, or I don't want to say obfuscate, just cloud the judgment and the just try to damper the positive momentum that's happening right now in video games as far as hardware goes, as far as Xbox goes. And I think there's a lot of fear in the PlayStation community, the fanboys, the fan mans, the ponies and donkey unicorns, because they realize that their precious PlayStation 6 will not be as strong as whatever Xbox is cooking up. And so, I mean, is it even going to be stronger than this thing? That would be hilarious if the next PlayStation isn't as strong as the ROG Xbox Ally X. Come on, son. That can't be true. Anyway, I'm rambling. I appreciate you hanging on, like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about the ROG Xbox Ally and the Ally X. If you're going to get one, which one you're going to get. I know a lot of people, anecdotally, I got the X. Everybody got the X. I think I heard one person got the regular one because they balked and they canceled their order, and then they felt the FOMO and they went and got the Ally. So like I said, I think I'm gonna wait and see. Probably early next year, I'll see what's popping, and I'll probably pick one up because, like I said, I got that big trip coming, so I gotta prepare to play a lot of games and stuff. So. But anyway, I appreciate, and I'll talk to you on the next one. Till we time.